The undisputed king of Twitch, Cenat, became the NYPD's most wanted fugitive in the blink of an eye.
What began as basically a pop-up giveaway by a celebrity YouTuber devolved into a massive riot.
But that's not even the spiciest thing on this endless list. He invited magician Max on his stream, thinking he had won in life. But the next thing he knows is that he's got a dying man on live stream. What the fuck? And if that wasn't enough, he somehow gets roped into a celebrity baby scandal and finds himself dodging allegations that could destroy everything he built. Stay tuned because we're going to cover a full-scale disaster unfolding in real time. August 4th, 2023 should have just been a simple Cenat's PlayStation 5 giveaway. But out of nowhere, it turned Union Square into a horrific battleground. Thousands of fans flooded the area, and before Kai could even blink, the scene turned into something out of an apocalypse movie. People were climbing cars, throwing bottles, and turning the streets into a WWE match. The NYPD was not amused. They swooped in hard and fast, arresting Cenat and charging him with inciting a riot and unlawful assembly. 65 others joining him in the handcuffed walk of shame. And just like that, his wholesome giveaway turned into a full-blown legal nightmare.
The NYPD moved in, surrounding the park, and Cenat was eventually taken out and taken in for questioning.
He's going to be charged with at least 2 counts of inciting a riot, unlawful assembly.
So, Kai, next time if you're planning to summon an army of internet-savvy PS5-starved teenagers into the streets of New York, at least pretend to have a plan. But guess what? That was just the beginning. Fast forward to November 26, 2024, and then jump to Mafia-thon 2, Kai's biggest marathon stream. Viewers were expecting chaos and fun, but nothing prepared them for the magician's stunt that sent the internet into a collective panic. Kai brought on Max Major, a magician who apparently thought good content meant traumatizing the audience. During a stunt, it looked like a man literally hanging himself in front of thousands of people, and then dying. Literally dying.
One. Oh! No! Put the camera down, put the camera down. Don't show it, don't. What the fuck? Nigga, what the fuck?
The reaction was pure horror. Nobody knew if they had just witnessed a stunt gone wrong or something truly horrific.
Now, I know it ain't 100% Cenat's fault, but it's still like, why you gonna keep the cameras rolling if somebody finna clearly take themselves out like an emo girl?
Viewers were shocked and outraged and probably reached for their therapy funds. Kai was frozen, visibly disturbed, and unsure if he was going to get banned or not.
I need you guys to go back to the house.
Wait, no.
Oh my god.
No. The fuck, this is not nice. I might get banned.
I need you guys to go back.
Oh, my heart hurts.
We need to clear the way so that they can get him out.
Oh my god.
Yo, what? This is not magic. Nigga, I might get banned. Is he good? I'll stay here.
I need you to go.
I'll stay here.
I need you to
Can I stay here?
Everybody needs to go back to the house.
Can I stay here?
My heart hurts.
To do what they need to do.
But either way, he did instantly ban magicians from his streams forever, which is probably for the best. Because when your career is already a walking PR disaster, the last thing you need is a Houdini wannabe making it worse. Just when you thought things couldn't get more random, you come across the scandal of Halle Bailey, DDG, and their 9-month-old son, Halo. Just 4 months ago, Kai's stream was going as usual when DDG casually brought out baby Halo live on stream. Viewers loved it, with comments like, "The baby is straight chillin'." But Bailey? Not so much. Halle Bailey, the baby's mother, had no idea this was happening. The moment she found out her child had just been paraded in front of millions on Twitch without her consent, she lost it. She took to social media, posting and then deleting a furious tweet. "I am his mother and protector and am saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I'm out of town." DDG was getting torched, and suddenly Kai had another controversy added to his already long list. How does a Twitch streamer accidentally end up in the middle of a Hollywood parenting scandal? Somehow Cenat always found a way. Now came January 2023, when Cenat, in all his internet famous wisdom, decided to turn his Twitch stream into a science experiment on what happens when you eat too many cannabis-infused edibles. Well, it did not end well.
Sir. I don't give me some. Yes, sir. Pick it up.
I said suck it live.
Suck it live.
Suck it live.
Suck it live.
At first, it was all fun and games with Kai, munching away, laughing uncontrollably, vibing with chat, probably feeling like he had just unlocked a new level of existence.
1,000 island, 1,000, well, 1,000 island, 1,009.
But then, the edibles kicked in hard, and before anyone could even type Lamau in chat, Kai was slumped over. dead to the world. Let's be honest here. Watching one of the most high-energy streamers wholly shut down like a Windows update is the kind of internet gold people live for. While some viewers were horrified, others were having the time of their lives, but Twitch was not laughing. The platform known for cracking down on anything remotely resembling substance use swooped in with the almighty ban hammer. Within hours, Kai was suspended, leaving fans with only one burning question. How high is too high? Well, according to Twitch's terms of service, the answer is Kai Cenat high. January 2023 wasn't just edible month for Kai, though it already seemed bad enough for the poor guy. It was also the month his name got dragged into one of the most serious controversies of his career. TikToker Jovi Pena came forward with disturbing allegations about something that happened at a New Year's Eve party Kai hosted. According to Pena, she was heavily intoxicated and wanted to leave, but when she asked Kai for help, he instead suggested she rest in an upstairs room. That's where things took a dark turn. She alleged that while she was asleep, another partygoer, Jiggy, entered the room and assaulted her. Now, when allegations like this come out, there is usually an expectation for the host of the party, primarily a high-profile one, to immediately address it. But from Kai, there was only radio silence. Days passed, people demanded answers, and the longer Kai Cenat stayed quiet, the worse it got. Finally, he broke his silence, saying that he had to consult with his legal team before responding, and that's where things got berserk. To many, it looked like damage control instead of genuine concern. Instead of getting ahead on the situation, he let the internet write the narrative for him. And when you do that, the internet will always choose the worst possible storyline. Thus, the controversy left a stain on his career that even his most loyal fans couldn't ignore. In February 2024, Kai Cenat announced a partnership with Nike, making him the first streamer to sign with the company. Sounds good, right? Not for long. Out of nowhere, just recently, the internet got convinced that Nike dropped Kai faster than an outdated sneaker collab. The cause was that a wild rumor claimed Kai filmed a minor in a bathroom, which was so disgusting that it made the most loyal fans turn their backs on Kai. And even if Nike wasn't going to break the ties with them, some people actually wrote full-fledged complaint emails to Nike, asking about it or even persuading it to cut ties with them. Can you just think about it? Some also say that the scandal actually stemmed from his cameraman, Chris V, who was accused of inappropriate behavior with an underage girl. Kai immediately fired Chris and publicly condemned him when the issue arose. But before long, the story mutated into a full-blown conspiracy theory that Nike had cut ties with Cenat over the allegations. Some even posted fake news about it, and things became wilder than you might expect. And once a rumor spreads on social media, it becomes gospel. The truth is that Nike never actually announced that they were ending any partnership. But just like that, another controversy latched onto Kai's already shaky public image. At this point, Kai Cenat is already a full-blown reality show with no script and unlimited budget for pandemonium. He's been arrested, canceled multiple times, and thrown into more controversies than most influencers face in a lifetime. So the real question is, will Kai Cenat learn from his mistakes? Or is he one scandal away from watching his empire crumble in real time? What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this interesting, then don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more interesting content. Thanks for watching. Whew, I've been waiting for this. Haley Welch turned from a catchphrase master to a notorious meme queen in only half a year.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
But what's more interesting is that she was able to cash in on her somewhat silly hawk Tuah phrase to earn $250,000. Man, I wish I could make $1 million with like 2 words. But who knew she would soon turn into a scandal so big people would hate her as if their life depended on it. Or should I more specifically say life savings? The twist in the story of Haley Welch started with a slightly tipsy response in a street interview where she couldn't have predicted how unbelievably her life would change after this. With just one cheeky phrase about bedroom tactics delivered with unmatched confidence, Haley went viral overnight. Not surprised. This is a big question mark. Though, depending on the absurdity of the situation, the interviewer belonged to a small YouTube channel called Tim and DTV, which had only 21,000 subscribers at the time. That channel featured street interviews, and one fateful night in Nashville, Tennessee, they bumped into 2 women enjoying a night out. In fact, drunk. One of them, Chelsea Bradford, answered a few questions before the camera turned to Haley Welch. And then came the question that changed everything.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
The flawless delivery spread on the internet like wildfire. Within 48 hours, clips of Haley saying "hawk Tuah, spit on it" were everywhere on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. The phrase became a meme and Haley's face was plastered across countless edits. Viral ones too. But it wasn't the TikTokers mouthing the word or Twitter threads, but the memes that took the game to another level. The internet loves a good meme, and Haley's "hawk Tuah, spit on that thing" had everything from humor to shock value and remix potential. Viewers appreciated the joke as if it were the funniest thing in the world, world and posted comments like, "The spit on that thing, you get me?" in the drunk Southern accent is kind of the best thing ever. And honestly, she seems like she has a great sense of humor, and many, many more. But no matter how viral the video got, Hailey wasn't seeing any money. Merch with the phrase "Hawk Tuah" started popping up everywhere on shirts, hats, and mugs, but Hailey didn't own the rights to the phrase or her image. Hailey said that the one thing that pissed her off were imposters selling the merchandise and earning money while she wasn't. She told them that she'd let her fans know when she'd be officially making an account or launching anything. I mean, let's be real here. This should never have led up to the merch, period. It just reinforces how messed up the world is right now.
And number 3, I'm tired of the imposters and all the fake accounts. I don't have any kind of social media just yet besides Snapchat, but when I have the rest of it, you guys will be the first to know when I launch it.
Okay, so she had a point in that she was the face of the trend, yet others were cashing in. So she decided to change that. A big decision. Hailey launched her own official Hawk Tuah merch, starting with hats that priced between $30 and $40. Within 9 days, her signed hats sold out and raking over $65,000. Let that sink in, guys. A girl that simply said Hawk Tuah had now turned it into merch, and it sold out. My God, humanity needs to hit the reset button already. Even major media outlets like Rolling Stone picked up the story, dubbing her the queen of viral marketing. People were swarming around her like bees, and Hailey even said that she was asked to spit in a jar so he could sell it. I mean, who are these people?
So the guy that does my hats, he got offered $600 like 3 days ago for me to spit in a jar and sell it. That is revolting.
Thus, Hailey wasn't just a meme anymore. She was a brand. Honestly, I can't believe I'm even saying that. But she was bringing in the cash, and as her popularity grew, so did her curiosity about who she was. Fans speculated wildly about her background. Some thought she was a preschool teacher who got fired for the meme. Others believed she worked in a bar. Eventually came forward on a podcast to address the rumors. "No, I'm not a school teacher," she laughed, "and I didn't get fired from a job because of the meme. I don't even have a job." It was revealed that she worked in a spring factory. While some thought that this added a touch of humility and even more attraction to the Hawk Tuah meme, Hailey's next move ruined everything for her. Fame is a double-edged sword, especially if you get greedy, and though it brought opportunities for Hailey, it also brought in complications like a messed up wire network. Within weeks, she hired a full management team, complete with a social media strategist, PR expert, and videographer.
What do you do now? Because now you have management, now you have a team.
She inked deals with retailers like Spencer's, secured $30,000 club appearance fees, and even got shout-outs from celebrities like Jake Paul. It was posted on Unilad's page that Hailey landed an eye-watering $30,000 for appearing at Day or Day Club at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. But with the fame came the backlash. While people were incredulous as to her having a whole team behind her, Howard Stern came directly on point and declared her every father's nightmare.
And then, as a dad myself of 3 girls, like, that's every father's worst nightmare to see her on Instagram going, "Yeah, you gotta
The internet's mood began to shift. Hailey, once hailed as a vibe and the internet's best friend, was now being mocked for her rapid commercialization. Comments like, "You're telling me my whole family still lives poor while this shit makes millions?" and "People in the 21st century have the brain capacity of squirrels" started to pop up everywhere. But Hailey didn't let the hate slow her down. She started a subscription page on fanfics, charging $10 a month for exclusive content. She even launched a Pookie Tools dating app that got reviews like disgusting. Still, as Hailey leaned into her fame, the cracks began to show. Hailey's most ambitious and disastrous venture came in the form of cryptocurrency. She launched the Hawk Tuah token, branding it as a way to unite her community. The idea became viral after she talked with Mark Cuban on her Talk Tuah podcast about crypto.
Do you do anything with crypto?
Yeah, I do a lot with crypto, actually. I've got a shit ton of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Hailey put forward the idea and people were attracted to it like a magnet. I wonder where these people would score on an IQ test. Like, seriously. The meme coin was launched in the first week of December, and Hailey excitedly announced its launch on her X account.
My Hawk meme coin is live!
However, soon things started to get out of hand. The Hawk Tuah token initially surged to a market cap of $491 million, but as soon as investors started to purchase the tokens, horrifying news left them all dumbstruck. The coin crashed by 90% within 20 minutes of its launch, and it was all a big question mark. Let's be real. What did you really expect from a crypto coin based on the Hawk Tuah Girl? Crypto experts quickly noticed issues. Just 10 wallets held 96% of the token supply, raising suspicion suspicions of a pump and dump scheme. Hailey tried to defend herself, but all in vain. She even defended the high fees, approximately 90% at the start of the launch, by saying they were to try to stop snipers. However, these excuses weren't enough for investors to explain their loss of financial savings. Some stated with proof that snipers made $3 million in her scam and that she was blatantly lying. Yikes! On December 4th of 2024, 176 after her rise to fame, Hailey Welch officially disappeared from the public eye. The lawsuits, scandals, and backlash had finally caught up with her. People raged and kept posting about how much they hated her and her disappearing act. Phrases of "straight to a jail cell" became common, and everyone looked at the ticking clock, waiting for her to come out of hiding. Finally, after 2 weeks, Tuah returned saying she had taken the situation extremely seriously and would assist the legal teams. Yeah, that's right, Hailey. We all really believe that you're sorry and feel genuine remorse. What a classy thing to say after 2 weeks of running away. But as sweet and apologetic as it may sound, her response was only answered with the big "fuck Tuah you for costing me my life savings." Yikes. The lawsuits caught up with her, as those who had been scammed were not going to forgive her easily. The investors found her guilty of security fraud and rug pull that cost financial savings. The unlawful promotion and sale of the meme coin that caused a frenzy was addressed in the lawsuit, and even Tuah the Moon Foundation and Overhear Ltd were mentioned. Her situation is being addressed, but even as she posts more videos and clips on her account, she is only met with fury, sarcasm, and disgust. That's the saga of Hailey Welch, a meme queen who flew too close to the sun. While she has become a symbol of fleeting viral fame, the thing that remains that you should not bite off more than you can chew, especially if it's other people's life savings. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel too. If you enjoyed the video, remember to check out the others on our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. When the word got out that a girl in Australia had defeated her terminal brain cancer without treatment and just made a simple whole food diet, millions were hooked on every move Annabelle Natalie Gibson made. From avidly following her blog to religiously buying her recipe book and even downloading her app, The Whole Pantry, you won't believe the attention and prayers that swirled around Belle Gibson's non-existent cancer journey, until a reporter dug deep to expose her web of lies. Now, she's stuck with the label of the scammer influencer who lied about having cancer to steal $300,000. But the worst part about this story is the utter negligence of book publishers and app review teams who let her roll on, all because her story promised them millions of dollars.
There's an award-winning app and a cookbook. Belle Gibson has made it. Except it's all a lie, a great big lie. She doesn't have cancer, never did.
You can't make this stuff up. March 2015, that's when the whole world got wind of Belle Gibson's fraudulent activities. Her made-up saga of beating cancer has found its way back to the news ever since Netflix made the announcement of the limited series based on her real-life incidents. Netflix claims its series, Apple Cider Vinegar, to be a true-ish story based on a lie. Since the shooting hasn't started yet, it is expected to be released not before mid-2024. I can't wait for this train wreck of a series to air. Alright, coming back to Belle Gibson and her cancer con. At 32 years old, Belle's previous claims of curing brain cancer with her diet have crumbled like a house of cards. Turns out she was never even hit by the illness in the first place. With amassing over 300,000 followers, Belle Gibson emerged as one of the highly successful wellness bloggers. As Annabelle's follower count surged, so did the avenues she discovered to rake in big bucks from social media. While claiming to be a 26-year-old, Bella was actually 23 years old when she faked having brain cancer along with battling spleen, uterus, blood, and liver cancer. To her followers, she had asserted that, well, her cancer was fatal. In an attempt to save her image after getting exposed, she gave an interview to Australia's 60 Minutes program.
Belle, are you prepared to tell the truth today? The whole truth? No little
Absolutely.
half truths, no gobbledygook. The truth.
No, I've been really transparent.
Where the interviewer, Tara Brown, inquired about her real age. According to her birth records, Belle was 23 years old, but she said that she had always been raised as 3 years older than her real age. She had 2 birth certificates and had changed her name 4 different times.
You're 23, right? Well, actually, how old are you?
I've always been raised as being currently a 26-year-old.
The host responded, this is a really simple question. How old are you? To which Gibson answered, that's probably a question we'll have to keep digging for. Another thing that worked in favor of Belle spinning the web of lies was her being a young mother and knowing the wellness industry a little too well. Belle had her son when she was just 18 years old. Belle's documentation of her quote-unquote miraculous recovery on Instagram propelled her to global stardom. She made some pretty serious statements that she had effectively managed her cancer by rejecting traditional medical treatments and embracing a wellness diet. Her diet included avocados, berries, and other foods believed to keep our overall health well. Belle Gibson scripted her story like a tragic movie. Main character diagnosed with terminal cancer, enduring months of grueling treatments, abandoning conventional treatment due to frustration, and opting for a healthy lifestyle that miraculously treats her cancer, propelling her to global fame. Well, this is not a made-up movie plot, but the story of Belle Gibson used to scam people for their money. In 2013, Belle took things a bit further by releasing The Whole Pantry, a health, wellness, and lifestyle app. The application was quick to amass over 300,000 downloads on the App Store, bringing Belle Gibson money in millions. Following this success, she went on to publish a book by the same name. In the beginning, not many were able to speculate what was going on in reality, but when Belle announced her condition was getting worse, people began to question her as her appearance looked the same and showed no signs of sickness cancer patients go through. Her tip-top healthy persona contradicted the typical image of someone battling a terminal illness. Annabelle Gibson held Gardasil cervical cancer vaccine responsible for the cause of her cancer. Inconsistencies started to surface in her statements, and they quickly caught up on these shady signs. In 2014, according to her book preface, she had no cancer growth for 2 years, but then she posted on her Facebook page that the cancer was spreading in her blood, uterus, and spleen. Then 3 months later, she told the media that it was spreading in her liver and kidneys. Annabelle had also previously claimed to have undergone multiple heart surgeries and to have briefly passed away on the operating table. If these many complications weren't enough, she added a stroke to her long list of pseudo-diseases too. What she failed at was providing the evidence for her medical claims. No doctor name, no diagnosis, no treatment, no surgical scars. After all, people were right to have their doubts with her. In our eyes, Belle Gibson's bigger crime was misguiding the people who were actually suffering from terminal illness. Blogging your fake cancer story for views and money is one thing, but advising and endorsing fake harmful practices is an entirely different genre of crime. In a now deleted Instagram account, she had promoted many hazardous alternative medical methods. Imagine the confidence to promote an anti-vaccination stance, Gerson therapy, and the benefits of unpasteurized raw milk. Like, some of these practices are illegal in many countries. The BBC documentary shared stories of 2 of her victims. Before encountering Gibson, Maxine Ali had been using steroids to manage her chronic illness. Talking about the influence Belle had on her, she said, "This was the answer to everything I had been looking for." Another of Annabelle's fans was Pixie Turner, who went against her doctor's advice to treat her condition with Belle's diet.
And this wellness community that was very focused on taking charge of your own health, it was very empowering. And on top of that, it was very visually appealing.
So, how did Belle get caught? Her involvement in philanthropic endeavors is what brought her pseudoscience advocacy to light. Suspicions rose when she did not oblige to the pledge she made of donating $300,000 to a charity. Richard Gilliatt, the reporter whose wife was battling cancer, decided to do some research on Belle Gibson's journey. To his surprise, there was no trace of her existence before 2012. It wasn't hard for him to uncover the shocking truth about Gibson. As the truth started to prevail, many reports emerged about Belle's unfulfilled charity and donation promises. The organizations she claimed to donate to confirmed that they had not received any funds. Belle shamelessly steered these claims towards poor projections for her app and book. But the cracks were starting to show, as Gilliatt's findings extended back several years. In March 2015, Belle raised funds for a young cancer patient with whom she had bonded, but the family never received any financial assistance from her. Annabelle Gibson eventually had no choice but to confess to exaggerating the amount of charitable donations in her fraud proceedings. The media reports revealed in 2015 had only donated an estimated amount of $7,000 to 3 charities from the $300,000 claim she made. You won't believe, but $1,000 from $7,000 was donated after the Fairfax investigation had started for her previous claims. To add further to your surprise, another $1,000 from the $7,000 was donated under her boyfriend's name, Clive Rothwell. Coming to the publishers of books and magazines who failed terribly to fact-check Belle's claims, initially Lantern Books didn't care to verify the truth of Gibson's cancer claims, since it had nothing to do with a cookbook. As the controversy escalated, Penguin Publishing Group withdrew her book from sale, giving the reason that Belle didn't respond to their inquiries about the media allegations. Fairfax revealed that Belle was questioned and filmed by Penguin about her cancer story, as it was mentioned in the book's preface, but Penguin agreed to pay a penalty of $30,000 to the Victorian Consumer Law Fund for its failure to authenticate the book's content. In 2015, Belle gave interviews to some magazines where she admitted to her scam and even tried to link this with the parental neglect she faced growing up. Belle Gibson was penalized $410,000 in September 2017 for falsely claiming donations to charity. A court trial, potential jail time, and 6 years later, Belle Gibson still hasn't paid her fine. She wrote a letter to the federal court in 2017 revealing her $170,000 debt. She claimed to only have $5,000. The sheriffs raided her home in 2020 to seize items and recover some fine amount that had escalated $500,000 by 2020. Since then, Belle Gibson has stayed out of the public eye. Do you think the Belle Gibson case will have a lasting impact on how people trust influencers in the future? Comment down your thoughts below. Subscribe to stay updated on our next release. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Aaron Decker, also known as Airrack, was YouTube's golden boy for the past year, with his channel growing by the millions each year. Now, sitting at a comfortable 14.8 million subscribers, his reputation seems to be going down the drain, and rightfully so. Coined by Forbes in the article as the Elon Musk of YouTube, things were seemingly all going up for the young creator. But just like Tesla stock, his reputation has been falling faster than the attention span of a Gen Z scrolling through their TikTok feed. On several occasions, Airrack has denied faking his videos and, in an interview, threw shade at other creators for allegedly faking their videos, claiming he was not like any other YouTube channel, and all his content was, or is, quote-unquote, original.
This question triggers me because of the lengths that we go to make sure that videos are not faked, unscripted, completely real. We'll like reshoot entire videos.
But is it? Well, the short answer is no. He's faker than a vegan claiming they love the taste of tofu. But a longer answer would involve us diving a little bit deeper into the situation. Let's start with a 30-day challenge that he did back in December. I have to delete my channel. Airrack has always shown himself to be one of the, how can I say it, real YouTubers that don't fake their content. He's even stated on various occasions, including interviews, that he's nothing if not authentic. And the fans believed him. So when it came to his monumental 30-day challenge to travel the entire globe in a month, we, the fans, believed him. Even the people he hangs out with, like Ryan Trahan and Mr. Beast, are known for their original content. And since birds of a feather flock together, none of us suspected anything. He's done other challenges over the years, one which has been verified by the Guinness Book of World Records. Over here, he made the world's largest pizza in collaboration with Pizza Hut.
I hope. Guinness World Records is gonna be here in like 20 minutes. They're gonna tell us if we actually broke the record. The pizza could be too small, we could have broken another rule, and all of this basically just wouldn't count.
Other challenges, which we thought were true at the time, like the one where he traveled the entire United States in a straight line, were the backbone of his cult-like following.
I'm standing at the northern border of America, and I'm gonna cross the entire country in a perfectly straight line.
Let's not get carried away. And let's get into the details of the challenge real quick. Airrack would travel the entire globe in a single month and film a single video every day, posting it to YouTube. If he failed to upload a single video on even one of those days, Mr. Beast would delete his channel. He uploaded every single day and completed the challenge, right? Yes and no. Let me specify. Almost all of the videos in the challenge were filmed over 2 months before the challenge had even begun. Don't believe us? A YouTuber by the name of Soggy Cereal filmed an expose video on the YouTuber and his alleged 30-day challenge, showing each and every slip-up. Even his own fans were attacking him for faking his content, saying Airrack should have just said, "I'll upload one video a day for 30 days," and not the crossing the world part. And also in episode 6, when he goes to the coffee shop and tells his audience to leave a good review there, his own review was posted in September. More evidence. I mean, the evidence just keeps stacking up. But let's dive a bit deeper into all the allegations in the video.
There's some kind of parade happening. All the roads around here are closed down. This is not something I anticipated, but we might have to jump out.
Because this? Well, this is the Dublin Services Parade.
In the first video, just 3 minutes in, he filmed the Dublin Services Parade, which happened on the 2nd of September, almost 2 months before the challenge allegedly began. Even in the third video, we can clearly see the date on his smartwatch, the 12th of September.
Dude,
that's insane, bro.
This is sick.
30 seconds?
30 seconds, 3-minute show, dear.
We don't really have a problem with him filming the videos in advance, but like most other viewers, we feel his content should be authentic and not misleading. Don't get us wrong, I mean, his videos are still very interesting, but the fact that he feels he needs to lie to his legions of fans just doesn't sit right with us. Airrack even responded to Soggy's video with a comment under it claiming he was still in the process of filming the videos and that he filmed a few of the videos in advance to give himself a head start in the filming. In his comment, he said his biggest takeaway from the situation was to communicate more openly about the whole challenge. But even that was met with a strong comeback by Soggy, confronting him saying there was a difference between saying some of the videos were pre-recorded and only admitting that in the ones that were reposts and almost all of them being pre-recorded. Soggy followed up with another video where he mainly addressed the poor explanation Airrack gave to his wild claims. In the video, he basically explained how Airrack was gaslighting his followers and didn't answer any of the claims properly. Rather, he just gave a vague explanation of what he did. In this video, we can see that even by the 27th episode, we can still see the dates of November 18th.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that the entire second half was filmed in America, or that by episode 27 you could still see timestamps of November 18th in the background of your video.
Soggy explained that even with the dumb explanations, some of his legions of followers were still defending him through his lies. But, well, it doesn't stop there. If you think that the 30-day challenge was where this Airrack scenario ended, you'd be wrong. Because in a third and final video, Soggy ousted Airrack for several other things he's done over the course of his YouTube career, ranging from doxing to straight-up fake donations.
Proof of how this huge 15 million subscriber YouTuber successfully lied to his viewers for 30 days straight to get that sweet increased December ad revenue. And
let's start with this video about the town of Angle, which was premised on the charitable act of emptying his bank accounts to help the town recover from the COVID restrictions. A charitable act, yes, we know. If only it were true. Let's go over all the things wrong with this video. Well, for starters, Airrack totally doxed the pilot from the video. The pilot explicitly requested not being filmed for certain reasons, and as per usual, the dumb YouTuber does whatever they want and showed the face of the pilot. I mean, yes, the face was blurred, but he was still recognizable. And to top it all off, he used the pilot's real name during the video. Keeping in mind that he was from a relatively smaller town, his identity is only a Google search away. For privacy reasons of the individual, we will not be showing the information, but you could see for yourself. Oh, and did we tell you that whole video was fake? At the beginning of the video, Airrack assembled his bike to cycle to the town of Angle. Well, that's where the whole video was filmed. Rather than flying to the crumbling town and donating like he said he would, he stayed at the Sportsman's Lodge, 38 miles from the town, filming his whole video there, lying to his audience about the charitable nature of the video. The whole video was fake and the audience was lied to. And to top all of that off, he almost had a tour guide fired for content. According to the guide, Airrack deliberately sank his 200-pound bicycle in the lake, which the guide was held accountable for. But if you thought this would be the end of it, you'd be wrong. Another video which we mentioned before, where Airrack allegedly traveled across the entire United States in a straight line, is fake too. On a quick analysis of the map Airrack shared, we found that most of the filming throughout the video was roughly 40 miles from the claimed straight line. With further inspection, we also found that the quote-unquote frozen swamp Airrack drove through in his buggies was nowhere to be found on the map, close to his line. Rather, the image of the map he kept showing the viewers was just upside down and had a fake swamp pasted on it. Anyway, I've seen several YouTubers fake their content over the years, but nothing comes close to Airrack and his lies. From faking content to faking donations and straight up lying to his fans, as it stands, Airrack could suffer greatly from all the drama, possibly losing his entire entire YouTube career over the lies he's told. And that's all we have for today. Do you think this guy fakes his content, or are you one of the believers? Let me know in the comments below. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. $29.5 million. That's how much a single child made in 2020 alone. Behind those very innocent toy reviews and cheerful smiles lies a troubling reality that's finally coming to light. From allegedly exploiting a 3-year-old for views to manipulating millions of preschoolers with undisclosed ads, Ryan's World has become the epitome of everything wrong with family channels on YouTube. You know, this is the first time that we've heard YouTube news and kids in the same sentence without it being predatory. What started as simple toy unboxing videos has morphed into a multi-billion-dollar empire built on the shoulders of a child who began his YouTube career before he could even read. Dang, he's got talent. Now, as Ryan approaches his teen years, disturbing patterns are emerging. Plummeting views on videos where he appears visibly disengaged, a criminal history his parents couldn't hide, and an FTC investigation that exposed how they've been potentially manipulating millions of young viewers. Before Ryan's World became a billion-dollar empire, his mother, Loan Kaji, then known as Loan Guan, had a brush with the law that she tried desperately to keep hidden from her millions of subscribers. Nice headshot there. It was 2002 at a JCPenney store in Houston, Texas. Loan was caught attempting to steal $93 worth of clothing, but it wasn't the theft itself that revealed her character. It was what came after. Given a chance to make things right with a $150 fine, 40 hours of community service, and anti-shoplifting program, she chose to completely ignore all requirements. Responsibility isn't exactly her strong suit here. Why do you think she has a famous YouTube teenager that she manipulates the hell out of? The result? A 2-month sentence in Harris County Jail, of which she served 30 days. While people can change, this early pattern of disregarding rules and seeking shortcuts would eerily foreshadow how the family would later approach YouTube's regulations. The official story is heartwarming. A 3-year-old Ryan, inspired by other YouTube kids, asked his mother why he wasn't on YouTube too. What was special is that he wanted his own YouTube channel, his mother claims in interviews, but watching those early videos tells a different story. We see a pattern emerging. Toys used as incentives, carefully orchestrated reactions, and a gradual transformation from genuine play to orchestrated performance. They just ended up making a real-life Pinocchio instead. It all started in 2015 when their son was just 3 years old. Shion Kaji worked as a structural engineer, making around $100,000 a year, while Loan Kaji earned a modest teacher salary. But everything changed when they noticed their toddler's first videos gaining traction.
About 100K.
100K.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
I was on a teacher salary, so you guys all know what that's like.
The timeline here is crucial. Within just 1 year of starting the channel, both parents abandoned their professional careers to focus entirely on monetizing their 3-year-old son. But this wasn't a reckless gamble. It was a calculated business move. Their first viral hit, a video of Ryan opening a giant egg filled with Disney Cars toys, had already racked up billions of views. The parents saw something most others missed: the untapped potential of child-led content in the growing YouTube economy. They noticed how their son's natural charm and enthusiasm could be channeled into something marketable. What started as simple toy unboxing videos quickly evolved into a sophisticated content operation. By 2017, just 2 years after quitting their jobs, they had signed a major deal with Pocket Watch, a children's media company. This partnership was about expanding the Ryan's World brand into a full-fledged media empire. The parents who once earned combined salaries of perhaps $150,000 annually were now overseeing a multi-million-dollar operation. That's quite a step up for abusing your child, isn't it? By 2019, the facade began to crack. The Federal Trade Commission launched an investigation that would expose one of the channel's darkest secrets: the systematic manipulation of millions of preschool viewers through undisclosed advertisements. The shocking revelation? 90% of Ryan's videos contain paid product placements, many without proper disclosure. Remember, we're talking about an audience of primarily children under 5, too young to understand they're watching advertisements. The manipulation tactics used by Ryan's World were both sophisticated and disturbing in their execution. It began innocently enough with seemingly organic toy reviews, just a child playing with toys while his mother filmed. These videos built trust with their audience of young children and their parents, establishing Ryan as a genuine, relatable figure. However, this authenticity was gradually weaponized as the channel began quietly introducing sponsored products without clear disclosure. The genius and ethical concern of their approach lay in how seamlessly they blended advertising with regular content. One day, Ryan would be genuinely playing with his toys his parents bought. Then the next, he'd be coincidentally discovering the latest Walmart exclusive merchandise. Strange, isn't it? The transitions were so subtle that even parents had difficulty distinguishing paid promotions from organic content. What made the strategy particularly effective and concerning was their target demographic, children under 5. Their primary audience lacked the cognitive ability to distinguish between genuine recommendations and paid advertisements. When Ryan excitedly played with a toy, these young viewers didn't understand that his enthusiasm might be scripted or that his parents were being paid for the promotion. The FTC investigation revealed that up to 90% of their videos contained undisclosed paid promotions, essentially turning a child's play channel into a marketing machine targeting preschoolers. Even more troubling was how they've leveraged Ryan's perceived friendship with his viewers. Ryan's World exploited this psychological vulnerability using phrases like Ryan's friends and join the fun to strengthen these parasocial bonds, making their marketing messages even more effective. This wasn't just advertising, it was a calculated manipulation of child psychology for profit. The sheer scale of Ryan's World's operation reveals just how far this channel has evolved beyond simple toy reviews. With over 58 billion total views and 38 million subscribers, this isn't just a family creating content, it's a full-fledged corporation built on the appeal of a child who started his career before he could even read. But by late 2023, the cracks in the Ryan's World empire became impossible to ignore. The channel that once dominated YouTube's landscape with billions of views per video has experienced a staggering decline, now struggling to reach even 400,000 views on new uploads. Wow, first world problems much. It's a dramatic collapse that tells a deeper story about the sustainability of child-centered content. The channel's growth has hit a wall, stalling at 38 million subscribers after years of explosive expansion. In a desperate attempt to maintain relevance, Ryan's parents have significantly increased their upload frequency. But the numbers don't lie. Higher quantity hasn't translated to higher engagement. In fact, it had the opposite effect, with viewer interaction plummeting across all metrics. Perhaps most telling is the strategic shift in merchandise focus, moving away from Ryan himself to animated characters, a clear sign that even the business side recognizes the limitation of building an empire around a growing child. The financial trajectory of Ryan's World, as reported by Forbes, paints a concerning picture of an empire in decline. After reaching a peak of $29.5 million in 2020, earnings have been on a downward trend, $27 million in 2021, followed by a significant drop in 2022, with estimates falling below $20 million. This decline might be manageable for a typical YouTube channel, but Ryan's World is far from typical.
Yeah, for the production side, we own the studio in Houston. It's called Sunlight Entertainment, and we have full-time employee, about 30 to 40 employees.
The real problem lies in how far the business has expanded beyond its YouTube origins. Sunlight Entertainment, the family's production company, now employs 30 to 40 full-time staff members. They've locked themselves into multi-million-dollar contracts with Walmart, managing over 1,000 Ryan's World branded products across global markets. Multiple YouTube channels require constant content production, each with its own substantial marketing budget and production costs. This expansion created a dangerous situation. The money machine can't stop even if Ryan wants it to. Every employee's salary, every contract obligation, every production deadline, they all create immense pressure to keep performing, regardless of Ryan's growing disinterest in maintaining his childhood persona. The business has become a runaway train, with too many people and too much money involved to simply slow down or change direction. The most alarming development in the Ryan's World empire isn't just the exploitation of Ryan himself, it's the calculated grooming of his younger twin sisters, Emma and Kate, as the brand's next generation of content creators. Man, grooming just doesn't stop on YouTube, does it? As Ryan's engagement and viewership numbers decline with his age, his parents have orchestrated a masterful transition plan that would make corporate succession planners proud. Watch how the sisters are introduced to the audience methodically. What started as innocent background appearances has evolved into carefully crafted speaking roles, dedicated segments, and even their own merchandise lines. Kinda sneaky, but we see what you're doing here, Loanne. The twins, at just 5 years old, are already being molded to mirror Ryan's early success formula. Their appearances and videos follow a familiar pattern: exaggerated enthusiasm, scripted reactions, and the same marketable personality traits that made their brother a sensation. The parents aren't even subtle about this transition anymore. They openly discuss new channels and expanding the brand in interviews, treating their children like product lines in need of diversification. You know, as they say, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.